What's up, Angel City? It's your girl Panda here in beautiful Burbank, California.
Kittyville.
And did I go away? Am I here?
No, you're still there.
Can you
Hi,
still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. Harry muted the computer. Leave it to the cats as soon as we go live. Panda.
He muted everything.
Perfect.
I have no idea what was going on. I'll be honest. I couldn't hear a single thing. So that's how
From the
this.
top.
So should we do this again or just go?
Do it again.
Okay, can we stop this? Can you edit this out?
I can edit for the podcast version, but
All
for
right,
the YouTube, this will remain. You get the extra enjoyment.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see us restart this. You saw a kitty head that basically sat on the mute button and then tried to summon up Siri. So that's what happened. Anyways, you ready? Can I do this now? What's up, Angel City? It's your girl Panda here, coming to you live from Burbank, California, and all the way out in Culver City. No, crap, you don't live there anymore, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm in
the South Bay.
You're in Lawndale now. Anyways, not in the studio with me, but via the all the medias out there. Nina, what's going on? How was your day today?
Oh, just another day in paradise, right?
Right, I know. Just a dream scenario, isn't it?
I don't know why, but I feel like my week has felt like I personally am sitting in 7th place looking at playoffs. I feel like that's my mood right now, and that's what I'm going to go with. Like this week and my mood currently are in 7th place looking at playoffs.
Like you've been there for a long time, and you're like,
I've worked
so
really hard.
reachable. Seems like it should be right in grasp, but for some reason it just keeps like it's just right out of grasp.
Like I've put in all the hours. I've worked my butt off. I should be there. It should be a thing, but I'm sitting in 7th place. That's my mood.
Well, we have a lot of people then that probably know what that feeling feels like, especially after this matchup, which we're going to get into. We are going to briefly recap the San Diego Wave ACFC matchup that happened on Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. Talk a little news and notes, talk standings, where we're at, what's going on with that. And hopefully everybody's listening to this maybe on the way to the next home game that we will have, which will be tomorrow night. Or tonight if you're listening to it on a Wednesday. So without further ado, and as quickly as possible before I get ransacked by kittens in here, let's get into it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's dive into this episode. We don't have too much news coming from around the league because the main news was what happened in our game when 32,000 people packed the stands as Wave opened Snapdragon Stadium. And I'd like to think that 30,000 of those were ours.
Yeah, I would think there were quite a few. I mean, I've heard mixed reviews from it. Some people have said that it definitely seems like it was a good crowd. But apparently when there was a certain PK that was saved, the stadium got pretty loud. So I guess the ones that were there definitely finally had something to really cheer about. But either way, it's still pretty incredible what happened at Snapdragon on Saturday. The fact that they crushed a record that was set back in 2019 when the Portland Thorns had 25,218 people in their stadium when they took on the North Carolina Courage. And I think what that just says is this is, 3 years since then, and obviously there's a huge momentum that we're seeing in women's sports, and that's just a testament to that. That's just showing that, yes, this is still growing. This is still happening. Did I get muted again?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. I can't hear you when he mutes me, but I didn't know if you could hear me. But yeah, I mean, it's just showing that what we've been talking about all season long is how women's sports are trending hard. There's something that people should get behind and should invest in because people are showing up and people are excited about this. And 32,000 people agreed that that is exactly what they wanted to do on a Saturday night, even though Bad Bunny was in San Diego. Also, that didn't hold anybody back. They were like, nah, we got to do this. We can see Bad Bunny somewhere else. We can't see this matchup.
I can't with what's happening. If you're not on YouTube, Panda currently has Harry sitting on the chair right behind her.
He's like a parrot.
He's trying to get in on this action. He is equally supportive of women's soccer and very pleased with the result.
I mean, you should see him with a little ball. He definitely knows how to play, but I don't know that I want him as my third podcast partner, please. Oh, but at least we have something to laugh about, because I don't know that we have too much more to laugh and smile about during this episode. But we will do our best, as we always try to shed a little light on stuff and maybe, pump you up and tell you, hey, it's going to be okay. Like, we're not done. We, unlike 4 teams currently, are not mathematically eliminated from this playoff scenario.
Absolutely. There is still hope. But, why don't we get into this match? Let's talk a little bit of lineup. I don't know.
Like, Do you wanna?
I'm trying to emotionally prepare to really dive into this game. And honestly, it's taking a lot out of me.
I know, but it's important we get into it. We got to take the good with the bad, and we're going to take the bad today. So,
yeah.
But you know what? I say bad, and I guess bad because I feel like we all thought, like we could definitely, beat them. And we definitely could have. We just didn't. But we have to take away the fact that, this is San Diego. They're number 1 on the table right now. We held them to 1 goal. They were definitely feeling the pressure. And I think.
And we played a great match. Like, let's be real. When this boils down and we go through everything, we played well. Like, I was not disappointed in the matchup. I thought we held our own. I thought we had a few times where we got a little unlucky and we didn't finish. But for the most part, I was proud of our girls. Let's not forget, we came into this game, not just 3 matches in 7 days, but 3 different states. And then we still have tomorrow.
Right? We didn't have Tyler Lucy in this matchup. We're still missing key players. People just keep forgetting that. People just keep not remembering that we are constantly juggling our lineup. We have yet to be able to settle in to a real solid starting 11 that has been able to build a good chemistry. Like, we just keep getting thrown curveballs, but we're still not embarrassing ourselves. We're still putting on a good effort.
That. We're not embarrassing ourselves.
We're not. Like, I don't walk away from any of these games going, oh my God, like, Jesus.
Yeah, right?
Like, maybe a play here or there. Yeah, but as a cohesive unit, I never walk away thinking that, unlike some people out there. I saw some stuff out there on social media. I love to read those, and it's interesting. You wonder if these people are fans of teams at all, ever, and the same one, because I feel like every team goes through this, and I hate when they compare us to San Diego as a new franchise team. I just don't feel like they've dealt with the adversity we have. I was
going to say, I didn't realize Alex Morgan got hurt like the first week. Oh, wait, she didn't?
Like, their star player that they built their offense around is still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
Go away.
We are on like our 3rd iteration of what we want to try to put as a forward up there, and it's just
absolutely.
Anyways, okay. So do you want to go
of like 3rd and 4th iteration? Can we just let me derail this for a second?
Oh gosh,
Vanessa Gilles. I think the biggest news of the week is the fact that Vanessa Gilles is being loaned out. What? Like, I'm reeling a little in this, because to me it's like,
okay,
I kept waiting
for her to be healthy enough to come back in the end and like really put her stamp on things.
Yes. And like, just any minute now she's going to be healthy. It's going to be okay. We're going to be good. But it is announced now that Vanessa Gilles is going to Olympique Lyonnais. I'm sorry, I have a really bad French accent. But
Olympique Lyonnais. Anyways, yeah, that's not great. But
not
cool. What I did read somewhere, somebody was like, they don't think that there's a good chance she wasn't going to make it into our lineup at some point, at any point during the season. And
Disagree.
this was a way to go out there and just try to like keep her fit, keep her, sharp and everything. So again, like I said, I hope they don't send her back to us as a
I
slim
wholeheartedly
condition
disagree
Canada
with
did.
that. I feel like I was waiting for her to be healthy enough to play, and she would have easily taken that starting position back. Like, nothing against our back line. They've been holding it down, but
Well, they have been part of the number 2 best thing about our team, second only to Didi Haricic. Honestly, in my opinion.
I think we need to remember what it was like when we had Vanessa on that back line, and I would take that every day of the week. Like, just because she's been injured doesn't mean I don't remember how dang good she was. And to me, the problem with this is we were already kind of struggling with depth, and now we've taken a really freaking good player and sent her somewhere else. Like,
listen, we're not in practice. We are not in the meetings. We only know what we know and what we want to assume. So I understand your frustration, and I think a lot of the frustration comes from lack of some transparency there on why. And you know what I mean?
It makes me like, you have to almost question, like, are we planning to still make playoffs?
Like, was this well, it's probably not going to happen, so why don't you go out there and play? Like, I don't know. Again,
I don't know.
everything's assumptions. We don't know. Just like everything out there on social media, it's all of us who have no idea what's going on, like really, really in the trenches. We're just making assumptions. So, you know what assuming does, right, Nina?
Makes me smart and know things.
Oh, gosh. Anyways, all I'm going to say
is that not the phrase? Is that not it? When you assume things, you're always right?
Right. When you assume things, you are the smartest person in the room, Nina.
I thought so. See? There we go.
We just wish her the best. So she comes back to us ready to go. And, hopefully, she'll be really sad she missed out on NWSL championship game and that she could have played.
Right. There we go. There we go. Sorry, Vanessa. You won't be sad. You won't miss us.
Right. So obviously missing now, not only from our roster, our injury list. She's no longer on it, right?
Yeah.
She will be for this game, but now she will not be appearing in that list because she go bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right.
All right.
So let's talk about our starting lineups and what we both sent out onto that pitch. And you want to start with San Diego?
Yeah, let's get into it. So San Diego had their star goalkeeper, Sheridan, starting in goal. Number 1 would prove to be very essential for this match. In their defensive lineup, they have number 20, Westfall. Number 2, Dahlkemper, making her return since I believe it was June. Number 4, Germa, who was my player to watch, ended up subbing out about halfway through the game. Number 14, McNabb. Number 15, Doniak. Number 5, Van Egmond. Number 22, Korniak, who also ended up subbing out. Number 10, Jakobsen. Number 13, of course, Alex Morgan. And number 11, Shaw, the 17-year-old herself.
She started, huh? Had she started prior to this?
She's played 3 games. This was her 3rd game, and I don't want to give too much away, but she is a goal a game.
Wow.
At 17
That's pretty
years
impressive. I love to think about things I'm doing at the ages some of these players are. Just a small little piggyback off that. A guy subbed in for Arsenal. First team Arsenal subbed in at 15 years and like 183 days old.
I can't.
I mean, this is one thing to play, like on an under, 19 team. I don't know. He's playing with the big dogs. He's playing with those first team that I'm sure 10 years ago he was 5.
I was going to say, like, it's one of those memes where it's like 8th graders today versus 8th graders when I was a kid. Like, it's one of those to me because, like, literally I look at myself and see my cousin was sending me these earlier today. And sorry, I don't have this ready for a share screen, but oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
look at you. Yeah, you look at them now, like like stop. It's not even fair. Like I pulled out my pictures the other day. I'm so embarrassed at what I look like. I mean, bad. I mean, I'm saying it's good today, but it was really bad then. But
No, and so that
anyway,
was me, I think 8th grade actually. So it's just like,
like this,
okay,
that what they're
in there, I'm
doing.
14. Like I could be a year out from playing for Arsenal, is what you're telling me?
Right, exactly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, but 17. Wow. I mean prom. That was like it. Like that's what we're doing. Like braces and all.
100%.
Great.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
So we'll definitely talk about her a little bit later. Let's get into the lineup for Angel City. We're going to start in the back. We've got Dee Dee Herachich in goal. We've got Jasmine Spencer, Megan Reed, Paige Nielsen, and Allie Riley again with captain's armband in the back. We've got Danny Weatherholt in the midfield. Then you're going to find June Endo, Clarice Lebion, and Carrie Recaro in the midfield as well. And that weird lineup thing that they have in this 1-4-1-4. And then we got
I twitch.
I know up front, Savannah McCaskill and Claire Emsley. And then on our bench, we're going to see Charlie Swaby, Breslin, Nabet. God. Okay, this is really funny. Can I just bring up the fact that we had 0 goalkeepers for backups in one game, and we have Eisenhower and Schultz on this one? What?
I don't know.
Do we normally have 2 goalkeepers on the bench?
No.
Oh, and Hammond, but no. Did you have the injury lineup? Like who was injured? Anybody new?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh.
Oh, you got to go get that.
Yeah, I keep it out of reach so I don't knock over my drink.
Sorry, I did not prepare you for it. But didn't we?
Yeah. So Katie Cousins is back out with a right knee injury. LaRue, obviously, right ankle. Tyler Lucy on yellow card accumulation, which we talked briefly about already. Stephanie Ferrer Van Ginkel out with a left ankle.
That was one. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
Gilles right hip and now leaving my heart. And then Vignola illness. So
she just got healthy and then she's sick.
You know,
good Lord,
they got some real good PTO over there.
Man, they need to shove some my way. Oh, they're like, you got COVID? Are you coughing? Cool. We need you to come in.
Right.
All right. So those are your lineups.
Come in.
What do you think about our lineup? Did you have any thoughts on it, or pretty standard with what we had?
Starting to be our normal lineup. Like this is kind of where we're at, and I feel like this is now our version of stability.
If Tyler Lucy was not on yellow card accumulation, would you have put her in? Would you have started her, or do you let Jasmine Spencer stay there? Do you sub her in up top? What do we do with her?
You know, I prefer to see Lucy go back up top. Like I'm tired of Lucy in defense. I know she's holding it down enough, but I say keep Spencer back there and let's start seeing Lucy do some stuff up top. We have said this from the beginning and we'll repeat it again. Like we're doing really well defensively, but we're not doing well offensively. We need to be scoring more goals. And for me, that means let's put our forwards forward.
Forward should be forward, right?
Yeah. I mean, right now we're seeing Endo in a midfield role and McCaskill up top. Like, don't get me wrong. McCaskill's our leading goal scorer.
Yeah,
I'm happy to have her up there. But why are we signing forwards then?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Anyway,
I just want to know your thoughts. I know you know a lot more about tactics and stuff, so I was just kind of curious on what your thoughts were.
I just don't even know what's happening.
What's happening?
Okay. So let's get into this match a little bit. I mentioned Dahl Kemper is back for the first time, but we know Tyler Lucy is out from each side of the game. And now, Panda, this is something that I know really you were fond of and something that you truly, truly appreciate is before kickoff even happened, they had an all-stadium wave. They did a wave to open the match. And I know this is your favorite thing. So before kickoff, they were already bored by your standards.
Oh my God. I know. I mean, okay. Maybe a pre-kickoff wave. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as an intergame wave.
What if it continues throughout the entire match? Because it did.
Well, okay. First, I feel like it's a wave thing. Like they feel like they have to do it, but I don't know. I just don't. A pre-wave to kick it off. That's kind of fun and cool. Like I get it. Like wave, like do that, but then watch the game. Watch the game. And I know it's not taking your eyes off for that long, but I don't know. I don't feel compelled to wave. I don't know. I guess I'm just like I'm in it, and we're trying to pay attention so much. Like I don't need to, and I enjoy watching it plays unfold and what's going on. And I don't know. I would love to know the player's standpoint on
On
the
the
wave.
wave?
Like, one, do they notice it when it's happening? And if they do they think of it as a sign of any kind of, I don't want to say disrespect, but do they look at it as a sign of, like we're not entertaining enough, or we need to step it up, or what's going, like, how do they view that? Anyways,
That's a good
maybe we can
question.
ask. We can put it out there.
Yeah.
Maybe we could.
We know some people.
There's probably some people out there. It'd be fun to do a poll.
Yeah.
As a professional soccer player, if you've played soccer at any level professionally,
Do you like when fans do the wave?
does the wave bother you? Do you not notice it? Or do you think it's fun? We'll throw it
All
out
right. We definitely need to get to the bottom of this at some point. It's like the uphill, downhill debate.
I figured that one out. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's get into this matchup. So in the 3rd minute, Alex Morgan opens up, and she has an easy shot that's collected by Didi. And then in the 10th minute, Didi was tried a little more when Wave got a corner kick, and then they cross it in for a header, but that fortunately goes into the arms of Didi. In the 12th minute, Angel City have an opportunity from a set piece by Sheridan, but she easily Angel City have the opportunity from a set piece, but Sheridan easily collects it.
You're like, we don't have a Sheridan on our team. What's going on?
In the 16th minute, Endo is able to actually pick the pocket of the Wave, and she takes that ball away and dribbles up the field and then plays it to McCaskill, but the shot goes wide. And then in the 19th minute, we see something that we're going to see quite a lot. Alex Morgan called offside, and she actually leads the league in offside calls. And this was a very easy call for that AR to make.
I mean, I'm sure that makes a lot of sense. She's probably always making her run. And I mean, hey, you run 10 times, hopefully, even if half of those are viable, you never know what you're going to get. And hey, with the lack of VAR in this league, why wouldn't you take that chance? Because if it's just a hair offside and they don't call it, I mean, you take that chance. So,
right.
But she's not going to be the only one to get an offside call. We got a little antsy 17-year-old running up, and in the 21st minute, she's going to get called. Shaw is going to get called for offside. And then in the 22nd minute, we're going to see McCaskill try a shot from an angle, but Sheridan, she's going to dive again and make the save. And then 25th minute, we got another offside call on Morgan, just like we talked about. So again, she's making those runs. She's trying to get in front. And, I would love to go back and watch her runs on the goals she's made and see if they had any that could have possibly been called back if there were VAR. That'd be interesting to know, How many of her goals are legit? Now, granted, most of hers are PKs, but still.
Yeah, and I mean, I felt like every time she was called offside, it wasn't close. It was like, homegirl, you gotta get back.
You gotta try a little.
Yeah.
All right. In the 28th minute, Alex Morgan is down, and she's getting medical attention from the trainer in her left ankle. But alas, it's probably just she needs a break because of all that running really fast to be offside.
In the 30th minute, Jakobsen crosses it in. She actually finds the head of Shaw, who's able to put it on frame past a diving Didi, and Wave find themselves on the scoreboard. Shaw is literally 17 years old, as we mentioned, and in her 3 games for the Wave, she has 3 goals.
I feel like I should applaud that and womp womp it at the same time.
I kind of also want to get it, girl, like at the same time, I'm mad that she has this goal. Spoiler, this is the game-winning goal. This is the only goal of the game. And
the game-winning goal.
And if I'm going to have to lose, if my team is going to lose to someone,
to a 17-year-old,
no lie though, I'm actually kind of okay with the fact that it's going to a rising star and to somebody who's really working hard and she's doing a lot and somebody that I want to watch long term. It's one thing if you say, oh yeah, we lost to Alex Morgan, whatever, womp. Like same
Everyone loses to Alex Morgan.
story. But this is a rising star. This is something really cool. And it's something where I just get happy for her because I want to be 17 again.
No, you're 100% right. I mean, seeing girls at that age perform at that level just goes to show, what we're bringing up through our, our academies and our, in our programs at a young age. And that's just not something that we were seeing, probably 5, 10, 15 years ago. So again, yes, it sucks. It was a goal.
You're being fondled by your cat.
I'm so glad some of you are listening to this just on a podcast and not looking at YouTube. This guy. But no, yes, I am happy for her on a player level.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy with her on an Angel City supporter level. So
fair, very fair.
But yes, it does say a lot about just her as a person and a player to do what she did and perform at that level. And I would never not wish that on anyone in this league or any sport that they play. I want anybody who's playing in any level to be successful in what they do. I get that. So yes, congratulations to her on what she's doing. And one to watch, definitely. I mean, keep your eye on Shaw.
The fact that she's 17 and she's doing this, Germa, I think, is still the person in the lead for Rookie of the Year candidate. So, this is what it boils down to again for me. And this is what I keep hearing from people. San Diego Wave and Angel City, both expansion teams coming in at the same time, but they built their teams very differently.
Yeah.
San Diego was built soccer first and player oriented first. So they focused every single bit of their energy into that from the get-go. And you see it reflected in Germa, Korniak, Alex Morgan, and now even seeing Shaw, and not to mention Sheridan and all their other players. And not to say that Angel City don't have a good team, but our strategy was to build the brand first as a team. And that's our strength. And we have, sorry, I know they got 32,000 people. Call me when you've done it several times, because when we sell out, we continue to sell out. We are the hottest match in the city. And sorry, people are driving up from San Diego to go to Angel City games. So even though our team isn't as deep as theirs, our experience and what our front office has put out and our community first aspect and the fact that our brand gives back in the way it does. Sorry.
Well, and when fans connect to the brand, and then they connect to that and they want the team to succeed because they're a fan of the brand. And if the team's not doing well, they still want the brand to do well. If the team does great, then that's even better. You take a team like San Diego that if they fall off and they don't perform, what are people getting behind at that point? Right. So,
yeah, I want to see how their attendance goes coming forward, because when Angel City doesn't ship down 4 busloads of people, and on top of that, all of us are driving down to set this record for you.
Right, because they wanted to be a part of that. Like when they say, hey, this is a record-setting, game attendance, you can be like, I was there. So
let's see what happens.
Is this a fluke or a trend at this point?
Because we sold out, our first 4?
I mean, absolutely. I can't wait to see the attendance records for the next few games because we show up, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Huh?
I'm getting feisty today. I'm like, come at me.
Nina's coming off a little bit of work drama that's fueling this podcast right now. And that's okay. We like that. We're fine with that. But you're right. Angel City, they show up for those games. Doesn't matter who we're playing. We show up to support Angel City and the brand and to be a part of that. So I'm excited to see if people are doing the same thing for San Diego. Are they going to show up and watch them in the same amount of numbers? Because like you said, how many of those were us? Anyways, I digress. Move on.
We're in the 34th minute now, and Endo actually takes a powerful shot. And this is just after that goal was scored, remember? So Endo with the powerful shot from the top of the 18, but Sheridan is able to dive and make that save, pushing the ball out.
Yeah, she's been great in this game. She's had a lot of really key saves. And I mean, hey, saying that she's making saves and pushing them out means we're taking shots, and we can't be upset about that. in the 44th minute, we're going to see Riley. She's going to have a cross in. She's going to find Emsley, but that's going to go just over the crossbar. We're going to see 1 minute of stoppage to end the half, but ACFC go into the locker room down 1-0. And I don't know. I feel like they played well. I think we started out slow.
Absolutely.
I think we got some footing, and again, we were taking shots. If not for their keeper making a lot of those saves, this could be a totally different match. Because I don't feel like they were doing as much on their end when it comes to that. But I digress. We're down 1-0, unfortunately, and that's how it's going to go. So we shall move on. I would love to know what halftime. I would love to know what the speeches at halftime sound like. I just want to know what they talk about.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I knew.
Either way, 48th minute, we're going to see Emsley down in the box. She's looking for a PK, but we're not going to get that call. Not that one, anyways.
Right? There we go. There's
Right?
that one.
Whoops, that was not a spoiler alert.
In the 52nd minute, Shaw is actually going to sub out for Turnbow. And then Turnbow in the 56th minute actually earns a yellow card for a very weak foul on Spencer. And, this is one of those things when VAR comes back, is this actually, or comes back, when VAR comes, is this actually a yellow? Because it was weak. Still a foul, but not a yellow in my mind. But alas, in our favor, so I'll take it. In the 57th minute, the substitution train continues. Charlie comes in for Riley. And then in the 59th minute, Doniak comes in for Breed.
In the 60th minute, we're going to see a cross into the box from Spencer. It's going to be collected again by Sheridan. And ACFC is getting some good tries in to start the second half. So they're coming out fired up. Like I said, I'd love to know what that talk was at the half because, it kind of gave them a little firepower.
Yeah, and then in the 72nd minute, more substitutions. Mary Taylor in for Carrie Riccaro. And then here it comes. In the 73rd minute, a PK was called on the wave for tripping Claire Emsley. And in my mind, yes, it's a foul. So it's a PK.
No question.
Weak foul, but a foul. And Claire Emsley definitely does her part to sell it. She does the whole tuck and roll, as they train.
The Neymar.
Yeah, but here's the thing. A foul in the box doesn't necessarily have to be a yellow card. Any foul in the box is a PK. So sorry, it's still a foul. You still tripped her. She did.
It doesn't have to be a hard foul or a reckless foul, like you said, a foul.
Exactly. She did sell it a little, but part of that is also probably because there is no VAR.
You have to, because we've seen time and time again not getting calls that were fouls in the box. And it's like, come on. They missed I feel like 2 in their last game, but whatever.
Yeah. So here we are. We have the opportunity for the equalizer. And who steps up to the ball? Our leading goal scorer, Savannah McCaskill.
Yes.
And at this moment, I don't know why I got a little uneasy. Part of me was like, why wouldn't Emsley take her own? She's a forward. And I don't know the answer to this either. I don't know why.
I told you, I want them to bring back, or not bring back. I want them to start doing it like they do basketball. If you're fouled in the box, you take the PK. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I think it'll be fun to watch, think about a defender that doesn't normally get those chances. Could you imagine something happening like on LAFC if somebody like Murillo gets fouled in the box and he's got to take a PK?
I'm with you. I want this. I agree with this because I wanted to see Emsley take it. And, unfortunately, McCaskill does step up and it's not her greatest PK, but Sheridan's also a great keeper. And Sheridan read her from the start of that kick and through it all. And Sheridan is actually able to make that save.
Yeah. A keeper like her, you definitely have to do something something that's going to probably trick her up in some way. But it's probably a little telegraphed and she's going to read that 10 out of 10 times, unfortunately. And,
it is what it is.
We could talk about this all day, what she should have done, but I am not the one stepping up there taking that PK. I don't even know what that feels like.
Oh, mine would have been saved if I tried to take it. No shot past Sheridan.
I probably would have hit it backwards. if I would have hit it at all.
My
You know.
God. All
Anyways,
right.
we'll
That
move
takes us
on.
to the
We missed it.
78th minute when Korniak actually subs out for Taylor.
Hmm?
Right? It's not something you would expect.
Hmm?
In the 79th minute, Charlie has a try, but her first touch is just a little hard, and Sheridan is able to come out and collect that ball.
Well, in the 82nd minute, Rissy Van Egmond with a yellow card for a foul after the whistle against Emsley. And then neither team letting up as the clock winds down and neither team finding the back of the net, unfortunately for us. And you can hear the fans chanting, "Beat LA," as we get 4 minutes of stoppage time.
Whatever.
Get out of here. So we're going to go into stoppage. You talk about that.
All right. So in stoppage time, McCaskill tries to cross it in for Charlie or Emsley, but it actually goes wide, and Sheridan is able to track that down. And then the Angel City defense weren't really letting anything through. And as the clock winds down, both teams were able to push through to that final minute, but the Wave end up taking the win and the 3 points thanks to their 17-year-old.
That's That's just crazy. I mean, yeah, 17 gets she'll be credited with the game-winning goal in their stadium the first time in a record sellout
crowd. See, that's where I'm like, okay, she's 17. I'm okay with this.
She gets to just put that check mark somewhere on her box. I mean, come on.
How do you continue your career? Like, retire?
You might just stop right there. Like, that's it. That's where I stopped. I can't top that. So we're done.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So that's going to be how it ends, but the drama continues, though. Should we talk a little drama first?
You want to talk about the stats and then the drama?
Let's do the drama and then bring it back to the stats. Bum, bum, bum.
I would reach the button, but I have a Hagrid on my lap. I can't reach anything. So, all right, what we're talking about, and I know everybody out there has probably also heard about this. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to play judge or jury or do any of that, but I am going to tell you what we know. And according to the social medias, there was a person there from the ACFC side in the stands cheering on Angel City. And something occurred. I don't know the specifics, and I'm certainly not going to speculate and spread false information, but something happened that prompted a San Diego Wave fan and supporter. Well, they know this because they were wearing a San Diego Wave sweatshirt, apparently.
Oh, yeah, there's pictures.
There's pictures out there. You can go seek them out if you want. We're not going to blast them.
We will not be posting the person's picture.
No, we're not going to do that. That is not our job to do that. That by all means, you guys can. But apparently this person not only spat out some racist remarks to this person, they also, I guess, assaulted them in a way, going back up. I think they were like 3 or 4 rows behind them and actually like aggressively lunged at them from their seat. And it's a big deal. And this person tweeted about it, and I guess nothing initially was done about it. And I don't know if that was just, people collecting information first. Sometimes they don't just throw up a statement when they hear something. They want to get their information out there first, because I could tweet anything I wanted and you can't expect somebody to just come out there and give a statement. So hopefully that's all they were doing, was just trying to get everything right. And then that way they could, do this. But they did put out a statement, and it said, I'll read just the first part of it. On Sunday morning, September 18th, they became aware of an alleged incident at our match on September 17th at Snapdragon Stadium against Angel City FC, in which a Wave fan reportedly directed a hateful slur and actions toward 2 visiting Angel City fans. Apparently, there are witnesses, and they did take statements, and not a whole lot of people are definitely coming to bat for the accused, from what I was reading out there. But whatever happened, it doesn't matter. You don't do that. This is the one thing I've always said about these NWSL matches, is they're just such a family-friendly environment. I don't ever feel threatened. Sometimes when you go to some of the bigger matchups where there's a little more involved, a little more tenacity there, you can feel it, but I've never felt that way. Not in Angel City Stadium, definitely. But the fact that it happened here, I don't know what happened. I don't know what prompts somebody to say anything hateful at all. I mean, if someone says something to me, honestly, if it's stupid and ignorant, by all means, just keep talking. You are going to dig your own grave at that point. I don't need to tell
Yeah.
you what you are or what I think of you, because you've literally just painted your own picture. So I don't know what happened, but it never. I don't think there's anything out there that would warrant someone directing any kind of hateful slur at another person, and certainly not physically assaulting them in any way, shape, or form in a family environment where there are kids there are families there that are just trying to have a good time.
Yeah,
Mind
we
your own
try
business.
and put a damper on like such an exciting day.
Right.
But
I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about, the momentum of women's sports and what we're doing. I don't want to talk about a
mhm.
woman, mind you, a woman apparently directing hateful slurs at a man. So,
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you want to sneak it out, it's out there on Twitter and there's stuff out there. Again, not our place. Whatever's going to happen will happen. That information will come out. But just be a good person. Enjoy the sport. We are
Yeah, don't
not
ruin
getting
our sport.
paid to be out there. The players are. We should never get so heated in the moment that we have to get upset at each other. But I
And not
digress.
only
That
that.
is what is going on. If you weren't aware, there's a little drama down in the
Mhm.
snap.
Kudos
Um,
though to San Diego Wave for taking the appropriate action and for addressing the situation. And then the NWSL also came out with a statement. So,
Yep.
I think that's the thing we can take away from this is at least we're in a league where they pay attention and they take action,
Right.
um, albeit sometimes a little slow.
And again,
And
I mean, you're an organization that big. I mean, you can't. I don't know how easy it is to just throw up an official statement when you don't know everything. Like I said, I could
oh
literally
yeah,
right now tweet to Angel City and say somebody said this to me, blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't expect them to turn around and go, well, we condemn whatever action that was. I expect them to, okay, like let's look at it, let's find out what's going on.
yeah,
Let's go about
due
this the correct
diligence,
way. Do due diligence. That doesn't say they don't believe you. That doesn't mean that they, are
minimize your
are
complaints or
minimizing.
anything.
Maybe they're just trying to be like, all right, let's figure out how to make this impactful. Let's not
Mhm.
say anything that can come back and bite us in this situation. We want this to actually do something positive. But anyways, my
All
thoughts
right.
go out to the fan that felt that obviously they were assaulted verbally and physically. I don't think anybody should ever go through that, and we hope that you are okay and know that Angel City is here to support you, and we will not stand for any of that. So anyways,
All right.
let's go back into
Let's talk about
statistics.
these stats because they bother me. Because if you look at all of the stat lines, and this is back to like Angel City 101, it seems, where when we look at these stat lines, everything
Mhm.
other than the goals, we should have won.
Yeah.
We have 13 shots to their 9. Mind you, they have 5 on target, but we have 4. Pretty
Right.
even. We controlled possession just slightly more with 58 to 42%. Our pass accuracy was better at 76% to their 71. They doubled our fouls with 12 to our 6, and they got 2 yellow cards to our none. They have 2 corners to our 4.
I mean,
6 offsides to our none.
right.
What?
I mean, yeah, no, you look at this and it looks like we played the smarter game.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And we
we
did.
we didn't have offside calls, but we had more corners. So it's not like we weren't pushing up in the box. Our fouls, I mean, I don't know. Fouls don't really tell me much about it. I mean, they were being aggressive, but not smart. And yeah, I mean, our shots on target, I mean, any one of those could have gone in, and this could be a whole different conversation. Again, we controlled the game in so many ways. So yeah, it's frustrating when you see that, because yeah, why this is how we started the season a lot of times, where we were literally dominating everywhere except where it counted. And I don't know, would you rather, lose smart or win sloppy? I mean, sometimes I feel like that's the only choice
Mm-hmm.
we give ourselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because with this win, San Diego do push themselves back up into first place and currently holding that number 1 title for the league. Houston Dash just behind them, a point behind them, along with Kansas City just a point behind them. Portland Thorns 2 points behind them. So really, it's anyone's shield to win because OL Reign 31 points. Like, it's such a tight grouping there that anything can change in these last few games. And then Chicago Red Stars, 30 points.
Yeah.
We're right behind that playoff line, as we mentioned, with 26 points, but the all important game in hand compared to 4 of the 6 teams ahead of us.
Where's Courage at with games played? Because they were really lacking for a while. Do you know how many games have they played?
They have 19 games played, so they've been on a pretty grueling schedule themselves, and they've been able to come out with some good wins in the last few games, and then just one loss. So kudos to Courage for putting up with like a not great schedule, but we still have more points than them. We both have 19 games played. We have 25 points. I'm sorry, 26 points. Courage is 25.
Okay, so we're not lost. We're still in it. Like,
we're still in it.
We're still in it. We are not like Pride, Spirit, Racing Louisville, or Gotham FC right now, who are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Meaning, it doesn't matter what they do. They can't come.
Speaking of, so our game tomorrow or today, depending on when you're listening to this, 7:30 on the 21st of September is against Washington Spirit. And as we mentioned, they are mathematically now eliminated from playoffs. So we will see what this does. I mean, Angel City, we need the win. Like, there's no question anymore. We can't go in and tie. We can't go in and let somebody take points from us at home. We need this W. Racing Louisville, our last home game of the season, also mathematically eliminated. We need that win.
Yeah, let us win. You guys are done. Let us win. Like, can we just I don't know, give them some money? Is that wrong?
And then the third and final game for us is going to be on October 2nd. And that's going to be against the Chicago Red Stars, who currently sit one place above us. So if you want to get even more stressed out about this schedule, it's like, we got to beat the 2 people that were already above. We need those with W's. We need those 6 points. And then we're going to face the person sitting right above us. Our destiny is in our hands. We are controlling this. We still have a chance.
When it comes to who we have left to play, I mean, we're doing really well. I mean, we could be up against, like the top dogs right now, and thankfully we're not. We
did those games.
We already did those games, and you know what? We did pretty well. Again, we didn't play any game in a way that I was just like, ooh, we don't deserve the playoffs. We are trying. We are clawing our way up there, and it might be what it takes. And you know what the cool thing is? You get in the playoffs, it's a brand new ball game, folks. Like, it doesn't matter what we've done. It matters what we're going to do, and that's just what we have to do. So again, we've got 2 really good home games coming up where there's 6 points that are honestly, I think, very, very, very attainable. And that'll definitely do some good stuff for our standings.
6 points is everything.
I mean, 6 points put us right below or above Portland in 4th, if depending on what the tiebreakers. But either way, that's what's happening. Like you said, we have a game tomorrow or Wednesday, the 21st, depending on when you're listening to this, and it is going to be on CBS Sports Network. So if you're not able to make it to the game, you can catch it on CBS Sports Network. Saturday, we do not play, but Sunday. Do we play Sunday?
I have to find my phone again. Oh, wait, no, I have it open. Sunday, September 25th is the Louisville game.
Okay. It is not on this the CBS Sports thing, so it's probably on Paramount or Bally's.
But that's a game you're going to want to be in the stands for, because that's when you get to listen to Here Comes the Queen live. I'm just saying.
Oh, yes. If you haven't been, oh my God, I'm so excited. That's going to be so much fun. If you haven't heard that song, definitely look it up. It's so much fun. I think song. It's got just such like a fun, like ominous tone to it. Like you just see the badness of these girls.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but with a curse word in it. So yeah.
Bad. Yeah, I know
exactly the word I was thinking.
I know. I eliminated that from my vocabulary for the family friendliness of this pod. But yes. So, anyways, that's what's going on, folks.
Yeah.
Get your heads out of the stand. don't ostrich yourself right now. All right, this is when our team needs us
No
the
time
most.
to ostrich. This is
No,
the time to show up and cheer them on.
no naysaying. Like, this is when they need us. They've had a lot of adversity and they fared very well. Again, they've held it down. They just need that one. There's just a little tiny hump that we got to get over, and it's called number 7. Get over it. Frustrating,
Yeah.
but anyways, I mean, lucky number 7. Maybe it will be by the time this is done. It'll
You never
catapult
know.
it.
And you know who I want to quote today as we sign off today is our defender, Megan Reed, on her thoughts of the overall atmosphere of the game against the Wave. And she says, "It was pretty incredible experience and one that I expect to see across the league as the norm. These are exciting matches that people want to see and so much fun and inspirational to young kids and adults alike." Couldn't have said it better myself, Megan.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I definitely think that's something to strive for and definitely something that's attainable. We just got to keep moving along on this trajectory that we're on. And I think it's going to be, it's not going to be a records anymore. It's going to be just normal. Yeah. Anyways.
Bye. And here's our fluff. We still haven't mastered the joint bye over Zoom.
That was the longest bye ever from you, by the way.
Really? Oh, I was just like, because you didn't start at the same time as me in my mind.
It's funny because it sounded like we were the same. So I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whatever.
Now. All right, what's in your coffee cup?
Actually, coffee. Yeah. I had to drink coffee. I had to. What are you having?
Whiskey.
God, no wonder you're fired up. Jesus. No, I'm good. I think my liver and I had a conversation earlier and it said no.
Yeah.
Nope.
I can understand that. The liver combo.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. After this weekend, it was insane.
I didn't really drink that much on Saturday. That was, I think, because I've decided I really just don't like White Claws and Trulies anymore.
Go ahead, I don't either. Yeah. I mean, I didn't have that much.
Over it.
I didn't have that much either. But wine, man, if I drink too much of that, I just get a headache. So, but it was fun. Anyways, I don't know. Do we have any good fluff for this?
Oh, choices, things to talk about.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but I've seemed to have blocked it all out of my brain because
I mean, I have something exciting because by the time the season ends, JR and I will be celebrating our 7-year anniversary. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So,
well, that's fun.
That's October
3rd, right?
Yeah.
Wow, congrats. That'll be the day before our last game, right?
I know. So I'll either be very angry or we'll see. My anniversary depends on this, guys.
Oh boy. Everybody, if you know who JR is, just subtly reach out to him and let him know he's got some pressure on the line.
Oh, tell everybody what you did though. In Ontario.
Ontario what?
Not Ontario Fury.
It's not anymore.
Yeah. I mean, those of you who've been with us for a while, you know Amanda is part of the crew that does the reporting and podcast for what used to be the Ontario Fury. Tell us what happened.
So on Saturday, the U.S. men's indoor soccer team hosted at Toyota Arena the Mexican men's indoor national team. And they do this all the time, and they played already once earlier this year, and they played at Toyota Arena. So that meant that the normal Fury broadcast team, which is myself and Philly and the doctor, Jonathan Reimer, we got to do that. So they got to do play-by-play and call the game, which they're amazing at. And I get to do sideline reporting. I get to do the on-field stuff in the studio. And it was fun because I got to actually do it with JR. He was the PA announcer. So it was almost all of us except for Nina, who was celebrating her cousin's 40th birthday, which
Happy birthday, Joey.
Yes, we all need to get together and celebrate it with her as well. But anyways, we got to do that. We hosted them, and it was a super exciting game. Everything went really well. It was like a fun little run through to kind of get us pumped up for the season, which will start in December. So if you've not been to an indoor soccer game, I definitely recommend it. The score was 7-8. Mexico won just at the end. It was a lot of fun though. I mean, super fun. But yeah, make it out to Ontario because you're going to see a brand new team now because we got to announce the rebrand. Due to reasons I won't go into. If you want to know, obviously let me know and I'll explain it. It's all just legal stuff, but they decided to rebrand everything, just kind of like wipe the slate clean and go all in on something new. And instead of it being Ontario, they want to kind of encompass the entire Inland Empire area to kind of say we're not just Ontario, we're here for everybody. So they went with Empire Strikers, and their mascot was Striker. So they kept that so we can keep the mascot. And our podcast is Striking Fury. So we can kind of keep some of that as well, if not all of it, if we want to keep the homage. But we haven't decided. But either way, indoor soccer, super fun, a lot of fun, something to kind of whet your palate if you're needing a little soccer in your life and there's no MLS or NWSL, and you're not flying over to Europe every weekend to watch Premier Live. You can come out to an Empire Strikers match in Ontario. We got the hookup on tickets if you need anything, and it's just a lot of fun.
Side note, if you are flying out to Europe every weekend, slide into my DMs.
Call me.
Call me.
Call me. I mean, I know they like to sell those tickets in twos. So
yeah, we got you. We wouldn't want you to go alone.
We will seat fill. Don't worry.
Yeah, totally.
But anyways, just a lot of fun. We had a great time. And yeah, you'll definitely hear more about that. Nina's always a big part of that, coming out there and helping me. She's like helps keep everything on track. You can unravel very quickly if we're not careful. But anyways, that's kind of what's been going on. We're super busy. We're in this transition period between outdoor and indoor, so it can get a little crazy, which we do the same thing in March when it's indoor to outdoor.
I was going to say, I'm just going to sleep on the microphone stand is how I feel right now.
I know. Same. That's why we had to wait a few days to get this podcast out. We've been super busy, and I wish you could see Hagrid looking at you right now on the computer. He's just...
Oh, the bubbles.
Yeah, they're watching you. The kittens are. They're adorable. See if I can get a picture of him. Hold on.
Oh, that'll be our episode cover right there.
I'll send this to you. It's cute. But anyways, guys, thanks for listening to us. Keep your head up. It's okay. Remember, however you're feeling about all this, just put yourself in the player's shoes. They feel 10 times worse than you are, and they need us right now to kind of pick them up and let them know that we're here for them. We're supporting them. And yeah, they got this. I don't doubt it. I'm still on the we're making the playoffs train. So if you guys want to join us, we're here.
Choo choo.
Bye.